Welcome back to Musicology, a show curated by the 21st Man where they're redefining masculinity through their four pillars of modern manhood, community integrity, entrepreneurialism, and most importantly for us here today, mental health. I have my friends, my guys, my right hand with me. We're going to be talking about music, how music inspired us, impacted our life. Broadway Louis, Darius, talk to us.
I'll let him go first.
You let me go first?
Yeah, you got this.
You know what I'm saying? Music in my life. First of all, hey, that's what I'm talking
Makes
about.
the people
It does, man.
come together. Go ahead, my bad.
Nah, it really does. I mean, it brings your life together. It keeps things flowing.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, we talk about how the things that you go through in life, you know what I'm saying, how they shape you as an artist, of course, right? So I look at it from the spiritual aspect of it and how it helps me spiritually, you know what I'm saying, through my life. Whether it's being uplifted, you know what I'm saying, or if I'm down, you know what I'm saying, putting some music on, helping me feel better, helping me get the threshold or something, you know what I'm saying. It's
Bro, it's really the soundtrack.
It is.
Like, it's literally the soundtrack to, like when
Your life to life.
Bro, I swear, like, when I from the time I heard, like, rap is my thing. Like, we know I'm a rapper, but, like, from the time I heard rap, I could not get enough of it. Like, and it's like, I remember Hot 97 used to have this Easter egg hunt, like, every year, and I won my first little radio. And, like, my mother couldn't do nothing from that point on because whenever rap came on the radio, she would turn it off. You know, they didn't want to hear that. They want to hear the old school, you know what I'm saying? And back then, it was annoying to hear old school. But the Circle of Life shows me the appreciation for the old school and the pain and, you know what I'm saying, the emotion that was in it. But it was like, yo, I love rap and I got that radio. And that set the tone because I listened to the music every time I got a chance. If I was playing my games, I was listening to music. If I was reading my comic books, I was listening to music. If I took a bath, I was listening to music. Right now, when I play 2K, I'm listening to music. When I take my shower, and it's not even just like a part of a routine, like listening to music in the shower is like part of my, I don't want to say seance, but it's like washing my energy away.
Yeah,
you know, I go in the shower and I let music play and it's like, you know, I get massages and I'm listening to Benny the Butcher. Yeah. And you know, and I'm like, I have to ask them, I'm like, yo, are you cool with me playing my music? And then they be tripping because my music is different. You might hear 5-Year Foreign, you might hear Sade, you know what I'm saying? You might hear Majid Jordan, but it's to me, it's soothing, you know what I mean? So, you know, music is different for, you know, all walks of life, but, you know, it has a place for everybody.
It always gave me, like, the permission to go through every emotion, you know what I mean, that society might have said that I shouldn't express or that I didn't even know, like, how to express, like, in a sophisticated manner, at least. So if I just had a bad day, like, and I attached to, you know, Lil Wayne, like, I go back to old Wayne.
The block is hot.
The Wayne when
Squad.
he was a person, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Got that type of energy where it's almost like, and when you transition and you're like, the world, and sometimes you feel like that, but you almost like hesitate, like, okay, should I say that? Is it wrong for me to feel that way? I don't know, but you turn that track on, and they almost give you permission to live it through them
vicariously. Bro, like Wayne didn't have us putting aluminum foil in our mouth for girls, bro. I remember I remember that, bro. Like,
or taking something online. You know, they talk
and you
about
grow with them. Like, you grow with the artists. Like, that's the beautiful thing about, like, music and art. Like, yeah, you can expand to newer artists, but it's like there's something about, like, paying attention to the fact that, you know, I watched Hove go from Streets is Watching to, like, 444. Like, what? Like, and I grew with that. Like, I learned gems from that to apply in real life. Like, Hove is somebody, like, I look at, like, damn, like, he did this shit, oh, I could do this, bro. And then you go listen to his music and it's a visualization of what he's talking about. You know what I mean? It's like, I could transfer that to my life. It's crazy how music is literally like, I feel like it's an unspoken language where it's just,
definitely.
it's spoken, don't get me wrong, but it's like unspoken, the effects that it has on you. Like if you're going through depression, you hear a certain song, it might uplift you.
Yeah,
if you hear a certain song, that shit might make you think of that ex that had me fucked up, you know what I mean? Or had me messed up, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
you know,
You
like,
curse,
okay, you know what I mean? Is it a safe space?
Hey, man, I got
Is this a safe? Okay,
But
all right.
also, y'all both being artists, like, do y'all, as y'all creating your different projects, do you have a general theme, like a dark time in life that I gotta pull through these different events, or do you just go through it and you're just like, okay, I'm putting together whatever emotions kind of come?
Okay. Now, for me, it has to be eclectic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it has to attack every aspect of my emotion, because I'm not feeling just one way all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be angry.
Right.
I'm gonna be, you know, some extra emotion. I'm gonna be
Right.
happy. I'm, you know, be horny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to put all of that in the music, and
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it's a true artist. You do have those artists that's like kind of superficial, where they just want to make something for everybody else. But you got artists like, I'm sure like Darius is probably the same way, where the music is still for us in the same sense. So I'm still creating my art and giving you my heart, but I am giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's still a part of me, so I take pride in what, you know what I mean? And if you go back and listen to my catalog, like Growth, that literally highlights when I was homeless, in the shelter, going through what I was going through. My song Alarm talks about how I had the suicidal thoughts wanting to drive off the bridge. Like, you don't hear that from artists. Like, niggas ain't talking about the fact that, oh, I almost drove off the bridge, people looking at me crazy. What you think I'm feeling like? I'm trying to kill me. Like. It's, I wrote this in a song, and when I go back and listen to the album, it used to make me cringe, but now I listen to it, it's like so much growth in it. The album was called Growth for a reason, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a beauty in that struggle, and it's like, if I never actually, because it took me a long time to even get back to recording music when I went through that. Like, I didn't want to do music, I didn't want to do film, I didn't want to do anything, but when I finally got back to it, my producer had already sent me 6 months of beats to go through. I went through 6 months of beats and created an 18-song album. Like, it was like 30 beats like on every month, like November, 30 beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through all these beats and created a classic album by standards of people like that listen to my type of music. You talk about people that listen to Cole, Kendrick and stuff, and it's all because of my personal struggle, and they know, like, if you were my friend, you saw what I went through after my sister passed. You witnessed me breaking down and going on social media, and, you know what I mean? So it's like, hell yeah, my music is literally a direct correlation of what I be going through. When I got happy, started being in a relationship, was my album now called Magic, about black love.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like a direct reflection. Me, myself, I can't speak for all artists, but I know myself, my music is a direct reflection of what I'm going through in life.
Through a journey.
Yeah, bro, because it's like, to me, it's like, it's a placement. What's timeless music? Timeless music is that music that carries on because of the content. It's not because of, you know, like, yeah, Soulja Boy might be somebody's wedding song, but what's the likelihood? You know what I mean? But that Luther Vandross song,
There we go.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that Avant song, you know what I'm saying? Hell, that Ja Rule song, you know, like that Drake song, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, when I think about creating music, it's not only that I'm trying to create a feeling for myself, I'm trying to create a feeling for the listener. And I need you to take this walk with me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been so many times, like the Growth album again, I'm gonna go back to that. I had so many veterans, I had so many people that was battling, niggas like us, like black men like us, that don't talk about nothing, and they hit me up like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro, you was speaking for me on that album, like, thank you. I told niggas I was giving up on music. Bro, you know what the Growth album did for me when I was going through, when I was fighting my cancer? Like, this is real shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody's telling you that, like, how can you not continue to put your life in your music?
That gotta feel
you know
good
what I mean?
as an artist, man.
It's a blessing.
The whole goal is to get the people to
Touch
feel
the
what
people.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I want to heal. I want to make somebody happy. I also, you know, want to get them through that sad patch. I want to dance.
Right.
Whatever it is,
right.
Man. So that's why it's good to have all of those emotions.
Yeah, man.
In there, because
Now, do y'all, as you have your own
This is a good convo, man. I like this convo.
individual
Yeah.
styles, do you hear styles that have influenced you?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
in some of your, like, oh, you know what? You know, that was that, like, Cole, like, I really rock with that. Right here.
Yeah.
From here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Luther Vandross is one to know for me.
Yeah, for
Boy,
you.
what?
Yeah.
I'm talking about somebody that can sing about love,
Yeah.
for real, and not
Yeah.
it's petty bullshit. I'm talking about
Like, like
real. That boy
heartfelt.
right to a woman, you
Nah,
know,
that's true,
and draws being dropped.
And like, you got 5-year-olds that will listen to that. Ain't never seen Luther Vandross. They mother probably too young to even know who Luther Vandross was. But they gonna hear that song and it's gonna connect.
Absolutely. It's real music, bro. He's a real artist.
And what was the question again?
So on yours, how do you then, if you hear yourself, like you hear one of the artists that maybe influenced you, now I'll say, how do you kind of keep that divide of like, now add a little bit of sprinkle of me to it?
Okay.
So now you know that I got a little bit of the Luther that's inspired. Like, how do you put your own little sprinkle in it so that it's still new and it's authentic?
We live different lives, me and Luther.
Okay.
Right.
He had his personal experience, I have mine. So I'm gonna put Darius Ahmad on that thing, you know what I'm saying? While still understanding that I was been influenced by Luther a little bit. Love is love. So I'm gonna sing about that as well, you know, as other emotions, but I also been through a bunch of other bull.
Right.
Putting this, you know,
right.
You know what I'm
Yours, that's unique to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I guess relevant to the time because
That part, that's
like,
absolutely.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like me, I know the direct influences from artists. Like, I know like when it came to punchlines or like certain ways of rapping to females, I got it from Fab.
Okay.
Like when it comes to putting emotions, like raw emotions in the music, like my depression shit, I got it from Joe Budden. When it comes to cloth talk, like trying to elevate and this and that and third, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like I got them all from somewhere. You know what I mean? Because I'm a student. Like I'm like one of those kids for real. Like I love hip hop since the day I got introduced to it. You know what I mean? And like everybody, like I've taken something from Wu-Tang. When I'm on gritty beats, I want to like just lyrically smash. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Busta Rhymes, when I perform, I want to perform like Busta because who performs better than Busta? You know what I mean? But in the same sense, I want to give you pure me. Like, I want to give you pure me on stage. Every time you hear me, I want you to feel what I'm saying. Who does that? You got multiple artists that do that. You know what I'm saying? You got. I mean, like you got Cole, you got Kendrick, you got Biggie, you got multiple artists that just paint pictures. You know what I mean? And all these artists had LL Cool J. A nigga was licking his lips and literally trying to be cool because of LL Cool J.
No, that's true.
You know, you bring up Wayne. Niggas was wearing bandanas and shit because of Wayne and them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Hot Boys really had, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like.
So for what I'm hearing is almost like you almost attach an artist to like a character or to a trait, to an attribute. Okay. You know what I mean?
In a sense.
And you're not trying to emulate like a Busta Rhymes, but you want that Busta Rhymes energy.
Yeah, like
man, like what I appreciate most is just like the nostalgia of like thinking back. Like, I remember my mother had this like huge dresser, and it was like a radio on there, and she used to just keep the radio on. Like,
was it the glass front? And then like you pressed it,
like,
the push button. Push button.
I can still hear like the music on and on.
On Saturday, Sundays when you cleaning.
Like cleaning, coming home from work.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was almost, for me, it was an early connection.
Absolutely,
that
man.
Being almost like a place of refuge.
Right.
You know
For
what I
sure,
mean?
that was
right.
the start.
Safe space, you know. So that's one of the things that really it sticks with me. It stuck with me, and that's what like keeps me like really connected to music and doing more with it.
My family is a huge contribution, man, when it comes to the music that I've heard, as far as me being eclectic with it. Like, cause I heard Prince, you know what I'm saying? I heard Alanis Morissette. I heard, you know, the Luther. I did hear the Teddy. I did hear, and then we get more into the females, the Whitney, you know what I'm saying? The Lena Baker. And then I would go to like my cousins. I would hear a little bit of house, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some rock and roll. My mother played Christopher Cross. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
white boy. Man,
listen.
listen. And it was like, you go to different people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's some stuff that stuck with me because of that. Like, I know a few more white artists than most black people do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know a few more countries. So
I watched a lot of MTV. I ain't gonna front, like I used to,
because
that was when we flipped from MTV and BET. There was both of them, like Green Day, Evanescence. Like I was listen. I was at a silent disco. I was at a silent disco, losing my mind, going back and forth between the stations because you in the area, and like, you know, most black niggas, we not in those areas. You know what I mean? So, you know, they see us and they like, damn, they know this song too? Hell yeah, we know this song.
Hey,
it hit different, bro.
One song, like it's Red Hot Chili Peppers, man, Californication. And I just remember.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Man, people was like, like, wait, you singing that? Man, like, I'm from 21st and 50.
Yeah.
What you know about that? So even, like, it breaks barriers.
Right.
For me, like, music just breaks
Right.
barriers. And when you talk about, like, knowing you got the house music going on. My people did jazz as well.
Right.
My uncle did saxophone. You know, I grew up in the church playing the drums. So, like, being able to pull and talk to, like, different people, different groups.
But when you think about the history, though, I mean, what did the slaves go to? You know what I'm saying? We translated messages through music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to other slaves. You know what I'm saying? Songs. We getting our ass whooping. We singing the song together. We on a boat. We in a boat under the. You know what I'm saying? Like in the hull. Like, you know what I mean? Like singing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like music has always been for us anyway. But it's like, you know, in the same sense of being an artist, is like the family thing is not always as beautiful as you might want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Because as an artist, like, I think we all want that, not approval, but that acceptance, because, you know, artists, we're always looked at independent strugglers, whatever the case it is, you know what I mean? And yeah, that happens sometimes, but there are a lot of artists who are independently successful, you know what I mean? That's with no help. But one of the things that artists as an artist myself, I be wanting, you know, certain love from certain people. Yeah, fans are cool, but I'm literally trying to buy a whole block for my family. But they don't even, there's not even a share. You know what I'm saying? There's not even a stream in that city that they're from. And I know this because I can see my statistics. So yeah, you could tell me, but I can see it.
I can see it.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, it's like that weird space where it's like, you know you're not going to be accepted in the family until the world accepts you.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like that weird thing. It's like, dang, bro, like, y'all my family. It should be automatic. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's not. You know, I don't know what that disconnect is. I don't know if it's jealousy or, like, you know, what it is, the old school way of thinking. You know what I mean?
Stuck in their old ways, bro, because you have, as an artist, you have a more diverse way of thinking when it comes to music. Just the stuff that you heard.
Progressive.
Exactly. I like that word, too, progressive, because it was just hip hop, mainly for my uncle. You know what I'm saying? So if I wanted to hear some SWV or something, we get clown. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I wanted some Patti LaBelle. Now I'm finna put on this Pimp C.
Right.
Finish UGK. You know what I'm saying? All right, so you have to just stick to your, you know, what you feel.
Right.
And you want to do your own thing with your family. I had to, you know, go do my own.
It's always a balance, man. I still love them to death, but it's just like, hey, man, hey, man, go buy my. It's 30 of y'all on my social media page. Yeah. If all 30 of y'all went and streamed my album one time, that's almost 500 plus streams. You want to help me? You don't want to actually invest in me? Do it in that way. There's a meme that always goes around where it's like it costs $0 to retweet, share, repost, comment, and it's true. And people don't understand, like, you know, family members or regular people, they just see what they see on social media. And I understand. A lot of times artists or people, we only post our best selves on Instagram, social media. So when you see us, you're like, oh, he's just succeeding. And then he on like, oh, I just see him with Fun Master Flex. I'm like, yo, do you know that $1,200 that I made for that show, I ain't see none of it because the label took it all? You know what I mean? So it's like a misperception or misconception of what, you know what I'm saying, like of what we really are doing and what we're trying to do, and that we actually need help, but because we know how you look at us, we can't even ask you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we know you look at us like we already got everything together.
Is there a way that you can, like, use that as an entry point, like, to be
I just put it in my music.
Oh, okay.
I just put it in my music, because then it's like, if you listen to my music, you would know what I was talking about. And then you either gonna reach out to me or you're gonna ignore it. But that's my way of therapy. I put it in my music, and now it's out. I got a song called Hey Dad on Growth. I'm talking to him. It's a letter. I never sent it to him physically, but I wrote it in a song. I asked my mother, I said, you think he ever heard it? I only met my father once in life. I said, you think he heard it? I'm sure he heard it. That's all I need to know. This is direct, that shows you how music and me and my family, I express it through my music. I talk about my relationship with my children's mothers, the struggle of how hard it is sometimes.
So that's enough closure for you adapt
to me, because because with music, right? If I record a song, it's recorded. You can't give me no input on it. It's already done.
Yeah,
you
no
can't tell me I'm wrong. You can't call me a liar. You can't. It's done. When I put this out, this is my side. You know, a lot of people, a lot of times when something happens, they tell you, "Hey, jump ahead of it. Get your story out." Nah, listen. Like, no, we finna go ahead and let me put this out right now. Yeah. This is my side. And boom, you know what I mean?
I like that perspective. I ain't never really thought about it like
Listen,
that.
because you can't say none of that. It's already done. Like what you like you, as an artist, right? Like
you're arguing with yourself.
If you make the song, like it's already done. What you gonna say?
Yeah.
You can't say shit.
You know what I'm saying? My perspective is out.
Yeah.
That's dope. So, fellas, I appreciate it. You rocking with us.
Oh, man, it's all love.
Today, talking about this, how music just really just impacted your life, my life, and I see we really got some common grounds. I appreciate you guys for joining us as well. I'm trying to tell you, Broadway Louis, we got Darius, Dante, the 21st Man. We appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe. Send us an album, send us a song, send us an artist, and we love you.
Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way.
Ooh.
Come on now. Come on now.
Y'all know I ain't got no outro. Don't even.
Seen it both sides, how I slayed, then I raised you. Been in more times that I laid next and stayed cool. Pleaded, oh my, have you shade, you stay rape proof. Still you my dime, and I wouldn't think to trade you.